Hello, hello, and welcome. I'm Julie, an exercise physiologist, here to help you get stronger, move better, and live longer. If you want to jump right into the exercises, join me in about a minute and a half. Otherwise, stay with me as we set the tone and have a little chat. Today's exercise is all about posture. I've gotten a few requests for more posture videos, so I am here to deliver. Posture is dynamic, but I wanted to provide some exercises to help you connect in with some of the musculature that can help support that upright positioning and bring your shoulders down and back. Now, today's exercises, you don't need any equipment. We're going to do them standing, but you can also do them sitting if you'd prefer. And if you have a crusty resistance band left over from physical therapy in a bin somewhere, go ahead and grab that and then meet me back here and we'll begin. As always, we start with a couple of deep breaths just to set the intention for the exercise today. And I really want you to focus on widening that rib cage and having your shoulders down and away from your ears. So we're going to take a deep breath in and exhaling out, bringing those ribs together, shoulders coming down. And then we're going to do it one more time together, breathing in, wide, and then exhaling, keeping those shoulders down as the ribs come together. All right, so we're gonna start with one of the exercises I give every client of mine, which is shoulder eyes. What it looks like is your arms will be down by your side. You will start in a nice neutral stance. My knees are a little bit soft and they're about hip width apart. And you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades back and then relax them. As you bring your palms facing forward, you want to imagine the little tip of your shoulder blades squeezing together in the back. And you're going to do about 10 of these with me, and I want you to focus on breathing without letting the ribs fly up and out. Watch for these shoulders wanting to come up. That's not going to help them get closer together. We want that length in the neck and the support in the neck. We're going to do a few more together here. So you don't want to arch the back as you do these, but instead squeeze those shoulder blades, and you might feel your abs turn on a little bit as we do this exercise. Let's do two more, squeezing here and releasing, and last one, squeezing and releasing. We're gonna take that and level it up a little bit and next go into shoulder tees. This is where we start with the palms down, elbows are soft, and don't worry about how high your arms go. If you have shoulder pain, just keep them a little lower. And what you're gonna do is same thing, squeeze those shoulder blades, but now turn your palms up to the sky and then come back down. Now you should feel this a little bit more, kind of on that under edge of your shoulder blade here. And again, we don't want the back to arch, we don't want the ribs to flare, but we want to really wake up some of those mysterious muscles in the back. And usually, these are muscles that we don't spend much time thinking about throughout our lives, but we are spending some time orienting with them today. So a couple more of these here. Let's do 4 more. 4, squeezing those muscles in the back. 3, there you go. 2, and 1 more. That's it. Now notice I always do more of the shoulder eyes because that's more accessible than the shoulder tees, but you can add in a couple more if you'd prefer. Our posture is not only in our upper back, but it's also in what our lower back's doing. So I'm going to turn to the side, and what we're going to do is a few hinges. So the knees are soft. You're going to keep your shoulders down and back, hands on the front of your thighs, and you're going to send your butt back and hinge, keeping the neck in alignment, and then just coming up, driving up through your heels. I like to say, you imagine that you have a high heel that's stuck in the grass, and some of us have been there, and you want to drive up through your heels. So here you're still keeping those shoulders back. There's an element of that, but we also want to make sure we're feeling some of the lower back muscles waking up, those erector spinae, or those long kind of ropey muscles that usually get tight. We want to wake those guys up in the lower back and make sure they're also on. Now, if this feels too easy for you, which for some of you I know it might be, you can go ahead and bring your arms out and above your head. And then you're going to come forward and up. Now again, making sure that your ribs don't flare, sticking your butt back and coming up, keeping those shoulders away from the ears. Let's do 4 more, and however which way you like to do these moves. So 4, I'm going to bring my arms back down. 3, shoulders are back. I like to think of those dipping birds too, the ones that you just put on the edge of a glass. I always think of those when I do these moves. And coming up. Now that we've woken up some of these muscles in the back, find a wall or a door, and I'm gonna show you a way to get the abs on. This next exercise will use the wall. Walk about a foot to a foot and a half away from the wall or a doorway. You're gonna put your back of the hips against the wall, back of the ribs, and back of the shoulders. Those same 6 carrots we talk about in the ab exercise videos. If you can get the head, but think of it as a goal. If you're still forward, don't worry, you're gonna get there. And with those 6 carrots in the earth, you're gonna keep the abs on and tight as you bring the arms up and coming down. Now, I know this does not look like much, but let me tell you, it packs a punch. And for those of you who are more advanced, you can go ahead and hold a weight in between your hands, and that adds a whole nother layer. What's great about this exercise, as you continue to breathe and keep those carrots in the wall this time, is it will give you information about where you might be tight or restricted. So if your shoulders feel tight and you can't bring them up without your ribs flaring or your shoulders flying off the wall, that shows you that your lats might be tight. If your butt comes away from the wall, then that probably means that you usually do stand with your hips a little bit more forward, and we want to work on building up the strength in your back. As you do these movements, you might feel a little bit of discomfort in your mid-back. Sometimes I get a little crampy if I'm really tight. All of this is good information for us on where we want to work our posture. Couple more here. Remember to breathe. And again, don't force your head back unless you can reach it pretty easily. Let's do, I can't remember what I said, so let's do 2 more. Coming up and down. 1 more, nice and controlled, up and down. Good. So that's our portion of non-resistance band exercises, but if you do have that crusty band from PT, and I'll show you mine's pretty darn crusty, we're gonna go into a couple resistance exercises, but do not fret. If you don't have the band, you can still do these, and I promise you'll still feel them. And I have, as evidenced by the fading, my resistance band. So what you're gonna do is go ahead and grab the band with about, I don't know, this far in between shoulder width. If you want more tension, just wrap it around your hands and hold it a little bit tighter. And you're gonna bring your elbows out in front of you, nice and straight. Shoulders are away from the ears. We're gonna think about all those muscles we just woke up with those non-resistance exercises and apply it to the resistance. So shoulders are down, ribs are down, knees are soft, abs are on. We're gonna squeeze those shoulder blades together in the back and come together. So you're opening that band out, opening out, and then controlling it in, just like that. Keeping those shoulders down, really trying to feel in to the back of your armpits, right in there. Those are your lats. That's the top part of your lats, and that can be a great way to start. Now, this is kind of funny, but lately I've been really thinking about how much the arms come from the back. A lot of the time I think about my arms almost as a separate body part, right? We work legs, we work arms, but the truth is the arms are an extension of what our back can do. We can reach, we can grab, we can pull, but if we use the muscles in our back to do that, it really helps with our posture, and it also helps us have a lot more power because we're accessing those bigger muscles that are in the back instead of only the muscles in the arms. So we're gonna do about 5 more here. 5, nice and controlled. Remember to breathe. 4, 3, it is like 90 degrees in this filming studio. So you see sweat dripping down me, I'm there with you. 2, and good. 1, coming down and feeling a nice little burn too in the back of the shoulders, posterior deltoids, which is another area I love to work. All right, next we're going to do up and around. So what you will do is similar distance, similar grip. You're gonna open out, so maintain tension continuously on that band. You're gonna come up and over your head and open out and back. Try not to hit your plants. Open up and back, and just like that. So now we want to get that little squeeze. Try not to grab your hair either, but you want to get that squeeze in your shoulder blades. So again, you can always do these moves without the band, and that would look like this. Coming out, up and back, up and forward, up and back, squeeze those shoulder blades and forward. So you can do it either way. I'm gonna go back to my band for those of you doing it with me with the band, up and squeeze, up and forward. I'll turn to the side so you can see that too. You're gonna come up and squeeze, up and forward. Let's do 3 more together. 3, my poor plant. 2, and 1 more. Coming back and resting there. Nicely done. For this last one, it's gonna be above the head to a cactus behind the head. So I'll show you what I mean. Same kind of grip here. If you want that extra support, you can always wrap that band around your hand, and I'm gonna do that for this one here. We're gonna bring the arms up, have tension on that band. You're gonna come back, squeeze behind you, and then come up. Shoulders stay away from the ears. We're gonna do a couple more here. And by a couple, I mean about 10 or 12, so quite a few more. Just keep those shoulders down, really focusing on those muscles in the back. And I just caught myself with my ribs flaring, so may that be a cue for you as well. Do not let your ribs flare or your back arch to try to get this exercise done. Squeezing those shoulder blades in the back. We're gonna do about 5 more from here. 5, 4, 3, squeeze, 2, keep those shoulders down, 1, coming up and down, rest. You can put your band down and shake it out. Let's take a little stretch here. We're gonna bring one arm across the chest and hug. I like to grab with my other arm, and then here's the trick. Drop this shoulder down, and that's gonna help you get the back of the arm. Nice deep breath here, and stretch. Take a second. You can look 2 directions, whatever feels good. Opening out, other side, so opening across. Hug your elbow, and then drop that shoulder down. That's what's gonna really find you that stretch. Breathe here. Again, you can look to the right and left if your neck got a little tight. And then coming down, shake it out. Now, these exercises you can do daily or just a couple times a week, and I hope that you do notice a difference. Thank you so much for joining me today on this warm and beautiful day. If you have any questions, comments, or stories, please comment below. I do read all the comments. I so appreciate your feedback. And if you like what we did here, give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. I release videos every Monday. I look forward to seeing you next time.